Okay. All right, and we are live and good to go. We're gonna be posting this on the Discord regarding the proposal. New proposal. Very well. Okay, so this proposal has to do with the current objectives and the current multiplier. So the objectives I'm not gonna touch a lot, just the multipliers. So right now, this is the top percentage that someone gets. Okay, this is a current multiplier. This is what I want the new multipliers to be. So here the noticeable difference is that we are reducing the top multipliers, right? We are putting the ones in the middle a little bit better, and the rest kind of remains more or less the same. But I want to address all the concerns. So the total ice produced remains the same, all right? It's basically the same. There's a 0.5 increase in ice production, which is a little bit irrelevant, and we can just even change that if someone wants to object. Maybe I'll even change that to 8, and this is n. So no, it's more or less the same. I don't think this is gonna be a necessarily a problem by increasing this to 0.5. Okay. So here, what's the main points? The main points are the top 5% gets reduced. These are normally where the cheaters go, but regardless if they're cheaters or not, um, I do get the idea that we need a top percent to excite someone to come, but um, we need to make our players more happy. Here, yes, the top three brackets are going to be more sad. The people that normally land here, again, in my opinion, most of them are cheaters anyway, so I don't really care about them. But yes, it does decrease these, but it makes way more people more happy. It also stabilizes more or less the earnings. There's no such huge disparity in player quality. If you are a pro poker player, you're not playing ice poker necessarily. You go to in a metaverse, you can go to SNG and play there. Okay, so these are normally who are our most of our players. Our players are people that want to have fun, play a game, like relax, being there, doing objectives, and also reinvest in the ecosystem. We are not necessarily a game for pro players to come. We're necessarily a game for people that are enjoying playing poker and then they want to reinvest. And if you make more people happy, and if you give more, let's say, eyes to more people, statistically speaking, there's a higher chance that some of them are actually gonna reinvest again in the project. Um, and obviously, there's always a cheater perspective, but even with zero cheaters, this is fine. And this also has other advantage. First, it might also disincentivize people from doing random all-ins or going top five or going broke. Here in the bottom, I reduce all of them to the same because since we have dynamic chips, if someone has three NFTs and they lose all of the chips, they are gonna still be somewhere around here. They'll if they do all of the objectives and they lose all of the chips, they are still gonna get some ice. Here, basically, uh, the last percentage should all be the same. This, if you lose your 5,000 chips that you have, you end up here. It doesn't make sense that there's like a difference because all of these people here, like I have some results where I get bottom, the bottom one, the bottom five, and sometimes I get bottom 10, and I lost 5,000 chips on all because there's just way too many people here. So they get almost nothing. I'll even be down to like decrease this to 0.01 to make this 0.5 go away. Um, Anyhow, other things that I want to tackle has to do with the fact that some people might say, okay, why change the multipliers? We are doing a lot of changes now. My main point is that this will help certain uh, the community overall. It will also disincentivize cheating in a critical level. It also, yes, you still have a carrot which is 1.5. So you still want to do good, and you are gonna earn more ice. Um, but that idea that we need to have a super high top 5%, that's also kind of unrealistic. Um, because yes, maybe if you tell your friend, someone, hey, if you win, you can make like $5 in ice poker. Sure, but what's the average? And that's what people care. A player is gonna look at his 1 week performance and he's gonna say, what's my average? How much am I earning per day? Does it make sense for me continue? And a lot of people who might be making these decisions now might decide, no, I'm making way too less. And all of a sudden, if they seeing their earnings increase by 15% or something like that, they're gonna say, all right, fine. I mean, yeah, basically, it's like boosting most of them by 15%. So most of the players are gonna see like a 15% boost on their money they are making, um, statistically speaking. So those are the ideas. The objectives, slight change in that. I'm just increasing the small to turn 50, and I'm also the main difference here because we did need something to change. The main difference here is giving a boost for the first hand you win. So if you come before you only earned 5, now you earn 20. So just the fact that you're logging in and winning one hand, you're already going to earn a little bit of ice. It might be completely irrelevant, and it might be very, very little, but just the trouble that you're checking in, and that seems nice for the active player list. Just checking in and winning one hand, and maybe if you actually join the table and win that one hand, at least you're playing a little bit, and maybe you stay there and play longer. And we did need to increase this slightly to make up the maths. All right, so this is basically the proposal. I hope you guys vote for it.